Hey, what's going on everyone? Sean from PlanningFire.com here, bringing you the number one reason why people don't invest. And let's be honest, in my opinion, the number one reason why people don't invest is because it just isn't sexy. So let's be honest. If you take a look at your budget and you're not living paycheck to paycheck because of bad debt, you have some money left over at the end of the day. Whether that's $100, $1,000, doesn't matter. In my opinion, the number one reason you're not investing is because it's not that sexy. Would you rather take that $100 and go out for the weekend with your friends and have a good time? Or essentially put it into a box and not look at it for 30 years? It's a very easy choice. And I think that's the number one reason why people don't invest. Now, don't get me wrong, there are other reasons as well. But in my opinion, that's the number one. So as humans, we're very bad at conceptualizing long term. So it's hard for us to think 6 months, a year, 5 years, 10 years, 30 years down the road. It's very difficult for us because we're good at immediate gratification. Especially more and more as social media is becoming more of a thing. In reality, our attention spans become shorter and we're constantly tied in. So it's very hard for us to think very long term. Now, there's a general guideline out there that says you should try to save at least 20% of your post-tax income. So if you're making $3,000 a month, 20% of that is $600 a month that should be going directly to savings, leaving you with $2,400 a month. Now, at the end of the month, would you rather take that $600 and do what I said, put it in a box, or go buy a new phone, new iWatch, clothes, nice restaurant, what have you? There's the obvious reason there that you don't want to save it, because there's a very good reason and a very exciting reason to not save it. However, one way that I personally try to remember that is by thinking what that money is worth long term. Let's think about that same $600, and we're going to assume a 7% return. If you invested nothing else besides that $600, in 10 years at 7%, that $600 is going to be worth around $1,180. You've essentially doubled your money just by not touching it for 10 years. And that's assuming you don't invest another cent. Now at 30 years, 3 times that long, that number goes up to $4,567. You've essentially increased that $600 by 1,100%. It's an incredible increase in cash. Also, that's paying you down the road so you can relax and really enjoy your time in retirement. Now, just seeing and knowing the numbers might not be enough. Because in honesty, if you're going to retire, you're not going to just put away $600 once and forget about it. In reality, you're going to put away $100 a month, every year, and that number becomes staggeringly high when you look down the road. But one thing that may be helpful is ask yourself what kind of retirement you want. Do you want to be in the retirement where you're literally scratching away pennies and going, well, not sure if I want to buy the name brand or the store brand yogurt because I need to make my retirement dollars last? Personally, I want to have the kind of retirement where, hey, I have a lot of free time. I'm going to start my own business venture. I'm going to go out and travel some more. I'm going to pick up a new art or a new craft and not worry about the cash. That's the kind of retirement I personally want. If I have a family and they live all over the country, I'm going to go and travel and see them whether they want me there or not. So I want to be able to do that and make my own decisions. So for me, the tangibility of the actual dollars isn't as helpful as perhaps understanding what kind of income you need to have when you're retired. Because if you identify that and you can visualize it, then you can really give yourself some good motivators as to how you want to retire. I know people on both sides of the house, people who have very comfortable retirements and can do whatever they want. And I also know people who are struggling to get by and they've had to pick up part-time jobs again. And in reality, no one wants to do that, especially if it's a job you don't want because you had to get it. So it really may be worth thinking about that long-term vision of what you picture yourself to be doing in retirement. What kind of things do you want to do in retirement? Personally, if I'm still 65 and I'm climbing rocks, I'm going to count that in the wins category. I'd love to hear some ideas about the things that you hope to achieve. In reality, Planning Fire I created to become a discussion for everyone in this environment, and I'd like to bring people together, so I'd love to hear what you're thinking. This was just a quick post because quite frankly, this was something that I was thinking about a lot lately. I would love to help people just understand the value of investing and saving more for their future, especially considering it's not a new iPhone. Well, until next time, I'm Sean from PlanningFire.com. I look forward to your comments. If you have any questions for me, always reach out. Happy to hear from you. Take care.